This also includes future direct areas. Please ask an usher for directions to the nearest station.
On a beautiful 65-degree day here in Sioux City, Iowa, we're going to have a big matchup here at the Tyson Event Center, Fleet Farm Arena, between the Youngstown Phantoms and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast booth. I should say good afternoon, not good evening. Either way, welcome. I'm Ronnie Vadine here with you this evening. Oh, God, I did it again. This afternoon. So glad you could be with us here tonight. Well, both these teams come into today after, well, they played against each other one night. Youngstown, they pretty much dominated a majority of the game. I mean, they are one of the best teams in the East for a reason. But no, they got a huge victory last night against Youngstown, probably one of the best teams in the East, maybe even the entire league, even though they didn't dominate the game too much. But hey, all that matters is that they got the victory, and they did. So, woohoo! Youngstown, they come into this game at 7-4-1-0. That's good. Well, it's tied for third place at 15 points in the East. And then when it comes to the West, well, or for Sioux City, they're 4-5-1-0. That is 9 points in fifth place in the Western Conference. They have an opportunity to tie Tri-City in the standings. In fact, they might even overtake Tri-City. I don't know, because we played one less game than they have, so that should be a good thing, hopefully. Yeah, as my grandpa would say, that's why they play the game, to, not only have some fun, but, do all that fun stuff. Determine standings and, all that other stuff. So, yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one here this afternoon. It was a fun one last night. Refs kind of sucked, but I guess that's the way it is sometimes. So, yeah, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back in about 4 minutes. Do not go anywhere. Come on, there it is. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Ooh. come on.
If you're looking for a great way to get your office staff together or have a family gathering, look no further than the Musketeers Dick Zone. When you sign up for a Dick Zone in sections 107 and 109, you're not only getting exclusive area for your group, but catering and drink options to fit every kind of party. Dick Zone is presented by Brandon Nix Farm Bureau Financial Services and the Musketeers. At Brandon Nix Farm Bureau Financial Services, they're about more than insurance, more than bricks and mortar that make it your business.
1 minute.
Make sure you go to the top of section 106 and get your student get hockey 50/50 raffle ticket for tonight's game. Just win some big time cash.
40 seconds to air. Dun, 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 dun. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. There we go. 30 seconds. Let's see. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, it is now time to go through who's in and who's not in for both these teams here tonight. I'm pulling up Youngstown's line chart right now on my phone, so we'll have that here shortly. Whoops, that's not the one I want to press. Though I kind of have an idea. Okay, here we go. So I don't have the starting lineup for them just yet. In fact, that'll be coming up shortly, but I do have who's all their scratches. So we'll start out with Jack Hamilton. He's injured. Alexander Svitov, he's a healthy scratch. Boris Borin, yes, that's a real name. He's having visa issues. That's what it says here. I don't know about that, but Jackson Adams for Youngstown again, and Owen Boucher. So those are tonight's scratches for Youngstown. Today, I should say. Then for Sioux City, Gavin Gary, he's still out on IR. Kirby Perler, Travis Poliski, Dallas Potter is injured, and Jake Tavares. Okay, they're doing the starting lineup for Youngstown right now, so just listening to that right now. Dun, 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 dun. 2 and 12. Okay, so the starting lineup for Youngstown goes like this. At left wing, Cooper Simpson. At center, Ryan Rusinski. At right wing, Jesse Orlowski. Then at left defense, Melker Morin and Cal Houston. Well, he's at the right. And then Owen Lepak will be the starting goaltender for Youngstown. Now, we'll get to Sioux City. We're just going to run down their full line chart quickly here, and then we'll have to go to another break. So the first line, Coach Kersner, he jumbled up a couple of the lines here tonight, or for today's game, and that's fine. I mean, I feel like every game there's always some sort of change in the lineup, but anyway, the lines go down like this. First line, Luke Gary, William Tomko, and Trey Jeffress. Second line, Dakota Bailey, of course, the new addition to the Musketeer squad. Kason Musket and Max Anderson. Third line, Dallas View, Pavel Martineau, and Elias Vatne. Fourth line, Daniil Booten, Caden Okavita, and Lenny Geiger. The defensemen go like this. First line of D, Ryan Poyer and Mason Stanger. Second line, Christian Lyons and Mason Piepenberg, and then Shane Gould and Matej Tepley. Then all by himself on a line is Garen Ludwig. The backup goaltender for today's game is Jack Fickthorn. He had an awesome performance last night. Hopefully we see an awesome performance here today from Bjorn Bronis, but he has struggled a little bit this year goaltending, but we'll see how he plays today. Yeah, I mean, especially when you look at his stats, they're not great, to be quite honest with you. I mean, a goals against of over 4. I mean, the save percentage isn't great either. I mean, a .845 to be exact. We'll get into the starting goaltenders and all that more here a little bit later on after our anthem. But yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a fun game this afternoon. Can't wait to be here broadcasting it with all of you at home. So yeah, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have, of course, the Sioux City starting lineup. They'll hit the ice. We'll have the national anthem, go over the 2 goaltenders for today's game, and yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Shoot. One minute. .45 seconds. Oh, shoot. .30 seconds to air. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Well, we are just moments away from puck drop. They're playing the in-arena intro video for the Musketeers squad right now. Yeah, Sioux City hoping to win another big one here today. Obviously, last night was huge as it was, but Sioux City, they got outplayed, I think, in my opinion, last night, even though they were able to come away with the victory, so that was good. Kind of expecting the same today. I mean, Sioux City, I think they're going to play a much better game now that they've seen this Youngstown team and, you know, kind of know their ins and outs and things like that, because, you know, you could look at film and as much as you want, but you never really know how a team plays until you actually play them. So I have a feeling that's going to be the case here today, and hopefully for Sioux City it will result in a win. They've lost now 4 out of their last 5, and they haven't had points in any of those losses towards the standings, so that's really not been good for them, because, you know, if you lose, that's one thing, but if you can get at least a point out of it, you know, take it to an overtime or a shootout, then that's pretty darn good. But yeah, Youngstown, they've just hit the ice. Oh, Lord. Yeah. That's always a good thing. Not. Yeah, not a whole lot of people here today, but it's going to be a fun one, I think, still. Got a few folks from Youngstown, but not a lot. Yeah, especially since 2 Youngstown fans just sat right in front of me, so that's going to be fun. Just like the 2 Tri-City fans who were standing right behind me last night. That's... oh... you know how much I don't like the other team's fans, nor should I, but... well, here comes Sioux City. They've just hit the ice. Coming up next, the starting lineup, the national anthem. We'll finish up some pregame stuff, and then it's going to be puck drop here in Sioux City, Iowa. Let's hope Sioux City can sweep Youngstown this weekend, because that'll be really nice. Really, really nice. So, yeah. I don't know if we've ever had that before. But that's okay. It's not like anybody was watching. Well, let's take a look at our starting goaltenders here today for Youngstown. Owen Lepak, 2-1-0-0 on the year, a 2.73 goals against, and a .852 save percentage. For Sioux City, Bjorn Bronis, of course, 2-4-1-0 during the regular season, at least so far. 4.42 goals against and a .845 save percentage. I think we're ready to go. I don't know about you all, but hopefully the national anthem disaster isn't reflective on how this game's going to go for Sioux City, but either way, we are ready to go. Kason Musket will take the draw with Ryan Rusinski. And Musket's already kicked out. Oh, at least I thought he was. No, he's just checking to make sure we're all good. And we're able to drop the puck. And we are. And we are off and underway here this afternoon, Sioux City, Iowa. Puck will be dumped immediately back behind the net of Bronis. Lyons plays it around the boards there, mishandled by Piepenberg, but Cooper Simpson was there. Here's Morin taken out towards center. Dakota Bailey up the left side, 3-on-2. Here's Bailey, pass across, dragged aside there by Lepak. It rolls into the corner. Anderson gets a hit from Simpson, taken there by Rusinski behind the net. Here's Rusinski taking it out towards center ice there for Cooper Simpson again. Simpson mishandled. Here's Musket, picked up Christian Lyons. Lyons out towards center. Lyons flings it around the boards back behind the net of Lepak. There's an immediate shot, and it was stopped there by Lepak. Here's Butkovsky. Butkovsky, shot save made by Bjorn Bronis. Face-off will come to the right of Bronis. Each team firing on all cylinders here early. I love to see it. Face-off will come to the right of Bronis. Face-off, Swan Haish wins it. It's taken there by Shane Gold. Takes it across to View. Martin, a little deflection out towards the blue line. There's Carter Murphy. Murphy down there in the corner. Back behind the net. Elias Fatney is there. Fatney tipped Sean Miller out towards center. Butkovsky flips it off the back of Gold into the hands of Martineau. Taking Matej Tepley off of Vatney and into the corner. View was there, so was Braden Thompson. Down there in the corner, Bailey, a shot got blocked. Now it's taken there by Kuharczyk. Kuharczyk off the boards out towards center. Dumped in there by Carter Murphy back behind the net. Mason Stenger was there, so was Sean Miller. Spin around, taken there for Poyer. Poyer feeds it on to View. View towards center, dumps it out towards center, tipped around Tomko. Now Malachi McKinnon will dump it back behind the net there of Bronis. Luke Gary flips it back the other way there for Poyer. Poyer, now Stenger up the right side. Stenger feeds it on over, tipped by Gary. Taken by Jeffress in front, a shot. Tomko went wide. Jeffress got 2 shorthanded goals last night. Only player in the league that has 2 shorthanded goals so far. Here's Jeffress, a shot save made by Lepak, and puck is sent out towards center ice. It'll roll slowly past Bronis. Thought maybe they'd call ice in there, but nope, we're just not going to do that. Here's O'Leary, tip there in front for Anderson. Behind the net, Garen Ludwig has this one. Ludwig feeds it on to Lenny Geiger, although he gets hit by Kyle O'Leary. Boy, a lot of hitting. O'Leary tried to take Tomko into the bench. That's not a good thing. Cal Huston with it. Huston up the left side. And a scramble for, taken there, Evan Jardine. Jardine, Melker Morin on a cross. There, Logan Anderson. Shot one went wide. Scramble for Jardine, feeds it back the other way for Ludwig. Ludwig, nice pass to Daniil Booten up the left side. Booten feeds it on. Here's Caden Okavita with it. Okavita pass across. Boy, Geiger got tripped up and ran into Lepak somehow. You know, they don't call a penalty on that, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But here's Ludwig with it. Ludwig feeds it in there. Melker Morin. Morin pushed there by Dakota. Here's Huston with it, back behind the net, feeds it off the boards out towards center ice. Taken up the right side by Cooper Simpson. Here's Simpson. Pass on out for Rusinski. Rusinski, shot went wide. Tip back there. Simpson, now Musket has him pinned up against the boards, as he should be. I mean, Matej Tepley is there. in the corner. Boy, they got about two guys from each team trying to poke at it. Now it's Simpson, a shot save made by Bronis. Rusitsky, boy, Gold is checked into the boards. He's a little slow to his feet, but now he's up. Matej Tupley takes it away. Oh, and Rusitsky gets a hit on Tupley. There's a shot that went wide, and then Simpson ran into Bronis. What's going on? There's a shot save made by Bronis. Gets back to Murphy. On across. Berard, a shot got blocked in front of the goal. There we go. Here's Dakota Bailey with it. Back behind the net there for Simpson. Now Tupley takes him down as he should. Rusitsky with it. On out for Murphy. Murphy towards the blue line, feeds it on Berard, and he loses control of it out towards center ice. Good pressure from Dakota Bailey. Feeds it on over Mason Stenger off the boards, back behind the net. Boy, a little physical to start the afternoon, I see. Here's Murphy with it. Murphy feeds it up the right side. Murphy off the boards, taken there by Butkovsky. Butkovsky behind the net, playing with Martineau. Butkovsky feeds it around the boards into the hands. Dallas View whips it out towards the blue line. Jaden Veeney. Shot went back behind the net. Miller in front. Here's Hayes. Shot save made by Bronis. Boy, well, Sioux City, well, some of Jason Kirshner's keys to this weekend were to play better defensively, block some shots, and that's exactly what they've done. All weekend long they've been good at it. Today is just a continuation of that. Face-off will come to the right of Bronis. There's a shot and a score from Butkovsky. Right off the draw, too. Boy, the 5 Youngstown fans in this building are all sitting in the row below me. If that's not targeting, I don't know what is, but anyway, it'll be Butkovsky's goal. 5 minutes exactly into this one, and for Matty Butkovsky, it's only his second, so let's not, celebrate too much about that one. If you're Youngstown. Here's Jeffress, a pass cross, shot's good! They get it back! They get it back! William Tomko! And we're tied at 1! See, we knew you shouldn't have celebrated too much. Boy, William Tomko, that's his 3rd goal on the postseason. Nicely done, William Tomko. Boy, and that just took 12 seconds off the clock. Boy, that's got to feel good now if you're Sioux City. Yeah, 2 goals. 1 for each in just 12 seconds. Lepak plays the puck around the boards there for Jardine. And now they just announced the Youngstown goal. Boo-hoo. Melker Morin handles it there at the blue line. Here's Jardine. Oh, he fanned on the shot. Now it's Daniil Booten with it. Out towards center. Well, now it's taken back. There, Logan Anderson flips it back behind the net. There, Caden Okavida. It's cleared out towards center. Oh, Geiger. Can he get it? There's a shot save made by Lepak. Boy, it was kind of tough because Geiger, he could have had a nice breakaway, but the puck was just a little too far away from his stick, and once he finally got to it, gave a little poke check. Lepak was already ready, and that was that. 14:01 left to go in the first. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 45 seconds. We'll see you then.
Your great question is, how much energy does your brain Is it 15%, 20%, 25%, or 27.2%? B. She says it's B.
If you said B, 20%, you're correct. That's why you're tired in math class.
That was a toughie. That's okay. Let's give her a hand, guys.
Welcome back, everybody. 14:01 left to go here in this first period. We are tied up at 1 apiece. Boy, it's been a tough physical game to start things out. I mean, we're just 6 minutes in, and both teams have a combined 11 shots on goal. I mean, the offense is going, the defenses are going. It's already been a fun one. Face-off will come to the left of Lee Pack. Oh, why are you over there? Why aren't you in 105? I want a t-shirt. Oh, you can't get what you want all the time, can you? Musket will take the draw here with, I believe that's Rusinski. It will. While Musket gets kicked out of the draw, so Dakota Bailey now will take over. Face-off's won by Bailey, although Rusinski will take it back into the corner behind the net. Here's Murphy with it. Out there for Orlowski. Nice toss across there for Braden Thompson. Thompson flings it down, ice back behind the net. Gold on over to Musket. Musket on out there for Rusinski at the blue line. Puck sent back behind the net. Orlowski again. Here's Cooper Simpson now. Simpson in the corner. Simpson rolls around Musket. Nice pass across to Thompson. Thompson shot got deflected up high and out of play. Face-off will come to the right here, Bjorn Bronis. Musket will take the draw with Rusinski. Well, we got a false start on the draw. Of course, Rusinski screwed it up. He's getting a talking to by the linesman. So we'll try again. Face-off's won by Musket, and another false start. Musket gets kicked out for Dakota Bailey. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It really is. Just drop the puck. If they screw it up, they screw it up. Who gives a crap? My God. Here's Wilson with it back behind the net. And then they assess a delay of game penalty if you have 3 infractions at the face-off, but the linesmen delay more of the game by, dropping the puck 3 times and then stopping it. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. Here's Vini with it, pressured out towards center. Shot will roll back behind the net. There's a couple of good saves on Bronis. That's what the cheering was. Here's Gold with it. Gold off the boards, tipped out towards center there for Dakota Bailey. Butkovsky back behind the net there for Vini. Vini on over Melker Morin. On out towards center, Butkovsky goes wide of Bronis. Spinning around there, Sean Miller. Butkovsky again. Pressured. Elias Vatne with it. Vatne feeds it on over to Pavel Martinu. Martinu up the right side. Boy, Butkovsky goes down while trying to hit Martinu. That's kind of funny, if I do say so myself. Oh yeah, Musketeers players buried down there. Cooper Simpson keeps pushing him to the ground. Can't tell who that was. That was Martinu. Just ridiculous. Here's Poyer with it. Poyer off the boards. Stopped at center there by McKinnon. Kuharczyk feeds it back behind the net. Mason Stanger's there. Rolls past Hextall. Hextall feeds on out towards center. Rolls just a little wide of Lee Pack. He stops it back behind the net. Taking there, Cal Huston. Huston off the boards. Tipped there, Hextall towards center. Popped back in there, Lions. Luke Gary has this one. Gary off the boards. There for Carter Murphy. Murphy off the boards. Feeds it on over there for Kuharczyk. Ludwig tipped Tomko. Kuharczyk. There for Murphy. Murphy tipped in front. Bronis got a piece of it. Here's Tomko with it out towards the blue line. Kuharczyk again. Feeds it on over for Jack Hextall. Tipped in front of the goal. Kuharczyk again. Kuharczyk feeds it on out. Brody Berard. Here's Berard. A shot got blocked. Nicely done, William Tomko. He can score goals and he can block shots. That's a pretty good combo. Murphy, a shot deflected. Just subtly blockered away. Didn't have to use very much force on that. Uh-oh, we're going to have a penalty, and Youngstown's going to have a power play. Luke Gary goes to the box. My God. For what? What could he have done? So 9:15 time of the penalty. I'm only guilty of a damn good time, but it ain't. Okay, but what's the penalty? Don't read the sponsor. Read the penalty. Penalty box has a sponsor, of course, but of course none of us know what the penalty is, although it's immediately cleared down ice by Sioux City, so I'll take that. Wilson feeds it on over there to Rusinski. Rusinski back there, Jack Wilson. Wilson towards center. Oop. Kuharczyk plays it offside. It's nice. Youngstown, their power play is pretty good. 25.5%, that's sixth in the league. Although Sioux City's penalty kills at 84.6%, which is seventh. So just wait till Sioux City has the power play, I'll say that. Because then it really gets fun. Jeffress will take the draw with Rusinski. Like we said last night, Trey Jeffress had 2 shorthanded goals of the same penalty kill. Boy, crowd's getting quite hostile. They want the official to drop the puck. Rusinski screwed up the faceoff. Switched in there with Kuharczyk. All right, now the Youngstown fans are... The Youngstown players, I don't know, they're getting... Something's going on that bench. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, Jeffress gets tripped up. No penalty. Why would there be? Jeffress feeds it on over to Piepenberg. Boy, I think I've ever seen a team so hostile in my life. Icing's called. There's just a lot of yelling and a lot of physicality going on between both these teams. The Zebras, I mean, my goodness. And I guess the Luke Gary penalty was for tripping. The one fan's really giving it to him right now. Oh, you love it. Face-offs won. Here's Cooper Simpson. And a scramble for behind the net. Oh, boy. Well, now it's in a scramble for. Boy, they're pushing. Got 3 Youngstown guys and a Sioux City guy going after the puck. Now it comes free for Anderson in the corner. Anderson thrown off of Lyons. Jardine sent out towards center. Musket off the left side. There's Musket right back there behind the net. He had Anderson to his right, who he could have passed it to, but it's okay. It's okay. 40 seconds left to go on the Youngstown power play. Here's Hextall with it. Hextall there at center, picked up for Murphy. Murphy feeds it back behind the net. Lyons flips it down ice. Boy, the chirping is wild from the Sioux City fans right now. Here's Malachi McKinnon with it. McKinnon feeds it on over to Murphy. Murphy at the blue line. Picked up there for Logan Anderson. And the Muskies are back at full strength. So another wasted opportunity for Youngstown to take the lead. That's nothing new. Puck's tied up in the corner again here. I don't know what's going on here. See, now's the time where you usually blow the whistle if it gets tied up like that, but none of the refs do that anymore. I don't know what's going on, but View pass across to Jeffers. He can't handle the puck. Now he does get it. Jeffers pass across in front. View couldn't get a handle on it. Then he gets tripped up, and a penalty is coming up. Sioux City's going to have the power play. About time. We'll take a break. I think, yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back in 45 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Shoot. Welcome back. We have to cut that commercial short because even though the green light was on for immediate timeout, that's not the case. Tomko slap shot went wide. Here's Luke Gary with it down there in the corner. Luke Gary feeds it on over to Anderson. Anderson down there in the corner, and another freaking penalty. I wonder on who. Well, it looks like it'll be on Youngstown. So this is going to be 5-on-3 for a minute and 43. Let's see. Well, who's going to the box? That's what we need to know. Youngstown's coach is pissed right now. Boy, they're trying to plead their case, but nope. Going to the box, Jack Wilson. This is going to be a 5-on-3 for a minute and 43. Oh! First one on the year. We got the kiss cam on the two guys. Oh, so nice. Oh. 2 minutes for slashing. Nice. Yes. Face-off's won. Here's Vatne. Shot went wide. It's Gold. Out towards the blue line. Gold feeds it on over to Vatne. Vatne back to Gold. Gold takes a shot. Deflected. Scores! Is that William Tomko again? If it is, that's his second. And the Muskies take the lead. It's 2-1. On a 5-on-3 power play. Yes, deflected off the skate of Tomko and into the back of the net. But let's see, did he kick it in? I don't think he kicked it in. They're going to look and maybe challenge it. Youngstown is, but Sioux City with the lead, 2-1. Boy, William Tomko, he could have a hat trick on this power play. Still a minute 42 left on the power play. It's taken there by Shane Gould down there in the corner and back behind the net. He scores. Hey, goalie, you suck. Yes, he does. Tomko tipped there by Anderson. Oh, nice tip to Gould. Pass across. Oh, could not make the connection with Luke Gary. Now it's Anderson again in front. Anderson, a shot save made by Lee Pack. Boy, he's so lucky. So lucky that that did not get through. My goodness. Here's Gold with it. Gold feeds it on over to View. View up the left side. View now Rusinski off the boards. It'll roll and roll and roll. Can't call it icing because it's the power play. So here's Piepenberg. Piepenberg feeds it on over to Dallas View. View out towards center. Picked up Martineau to Stenger and back. Here's Martineau to Dallas View. View towards the blue line. View to Mason Stenger. Stenger to View and back to Stenger. Stenger to Tepley. Tepley to View. Shot went wide through the crease. Tepley again, he bobbles it, and he's forced out towards center. Tepley feeds it on over to Mason Stanger up the right side. Stanger feeds it on Martineau. Martineau to Tepley. Tepley in the corner. Tepley feeds it on back there for Cal Huston. Huston will roll all the way down ice, and I think that's going to do it for the power play. Well, Sioux City, they were able to get 1 goal on the power play, so that's good. Here's Evan Jardine. Piepenberg off the skate of Braden Thompson. Here's a shot that went wide of Bronis. That's taken there by Lions. Now back behind the net. Boy, puck took a funny hop. Youngstown tried to capitalize, but they couldn't. Okavita feeds it on out. Taking there Logan Anderson. Here's Melker Morin. He has trouble with handling the puck. Now it goes out towards center there for Braden Thompson. Thompson back there, Melker Morin. Back behind the net, Bronis plays it around the boards there for Christian Lyons. Lyons tipped out towards center there for Thompson. Thompson down there in the corner. Lyons takes this one. Lyons back behind the net. Lyons tossed to Piepenberg. Piepenberg out towards the blue line. Okavita back for Piepenberg. Feeds it up the right side. Then back behind the net. Murphy takes this one. Murphy on over there to Jack Hextall out towards center. Jack Wilson with it. Wilson back behind the net. Here's Jack Hextall with it. Feeds it off the boards there for Wilson. Wilson on back for Murphy. Murphy up the right side. Daniil Booten whacks out a guy. Now it's taken back the other way. Here's Mason Stanger up the left side. Stanger to Musket. Shot, save, made, lead pack, rebound, made another big stop. My goodness, Anderson there for Stanger. Poyer, a shot got blocked and into the corner. Here's Musket behind the net there to Max Anderson. Anderson feeds it around the boards. Stopped there by Poyer, but he's still forced out towards center. Poyer tipped Musket. Boy, Malachi McKinnon took a shot at Musket. And you best not miss if you try and take a shot at him. Brownus plays it off the glass out towards the blue line there for Dakota Bailey. Bailey up the right side, and it's played offside. 3.5 left to go here in this first period. We're going to finish out our last commercial break, so we'll see you in 15 seconds. All right, welcome back. 3:30 left to go here in this first period. Youngstown and Sioux City up 2-1 right now. Here's Cal Huston with it back behind the net. Huston, now Vini out towards the blue line. Picked up there by Cal Huston. Huston back there for Rusinski. Rusinski, now Orlowski. In the corner, Vini will take this one. Vini there for Orlowski. Orlowski now to Cooper Simpson. Simpson back behind the net. Simpson on out Vini. Shot went wide. Puck taken there by Cal Huston. Huston shot deflected up high and into the netting and out of play. Okay, I'm just going to get caught up here on my score sheet. Face-off will come to the left of Bjorn Bronis. Martineau will take the draw here with Jakob Hesch. Face-off's won. Puck will roll back behind the net there now for Miller. Miller for Butkovsky. Butkovsky feeds it on out towards the blue line. There's a shot went wide. Here's Heish with it. Heish feeds it on out to Thompson. Thompson takes a shot, got deflected there in front, and Brownus came up with the stop. Face-off will come to the left of Bjorn Bronis. Martineau will take the draw with Logan Anderson. Face-off's one. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Piepenberg. Piepenberg behind the net there now, Christian Lyons. Here's View with it, sending it down the length of the ice, back behind the net there of Lepak. Here's Piepenberg with it out towards center. There now Jardine, and it's called offsides. Boy, Martineau and Melker Morin almost went after each other. Don't know if I'd recommend doing that. He's 6'4" and Morin is 5'10", so let's maybe not do that. Face-off will come right in front of the in front of the penalty box across from the Youngstown bench. Logan Anderson will take the draw with William Tomko. Face-off's one. Puck will roll down into the corner there now for Thompson. Thompson feeds it back behind the net. 2 minutes left to go here in this first period. Puck sent out towards center and a scramble for. Behind the net, taken there by Lepak. Lepak now on there for Evan Jardine. Jardine there for Piepenberg. Takes a shot, got blocked in front. Melker Morin will take it again. Morin feeds it on over to Evan Jardine. Jardine there for Piepenberg. Here's Tomko with it. Tomko tipped into the hands of Jack Wilson in the corner. Wilson takes it back behind the net. Wilson feeds it on over to Cal Huston. Poyer off the boards. Huston again in a scramble for. Puck taken there by Jack Hextall. Here's Dakota Bailey with it. Bailey in a shot. He scores! Dakota Bailey, his first goal as a Musketeer. Officially, it's 3-1. Well, Bailey scored the first goal last night. They didn't count it. And now he finally has one. His first as a Sioux City Musketeer. And that's his first on the season. Time of the goal, 18:52. Now he got his goal. Musket will take the draw with Rusinski. Face-off's won by Musket. It's immediately sent forward into the Youngstown zone. Here's Anderson with it in the corner. Anderson back behind the net. Rusinski there for Musket. Musket back behind the net there of Lepak. Here's Stenger with it in the corner. Stenger back behind the net. Here's Anderson with it. Picked up there by Carter Murphy. Out towards center. Here's Murphy. On back Rusinski. Pass across Orlovsky. Pass was blocked by Stenger, and it's sent into the netting and out of play.
Fans, we are halfway there. We just got our third goal for our old Chicago Six.
Boy, we have our 6 for a slice pizza promotion, and we're already halfway there. You gotta love that one, that's for sure. 34.6 seconds left coming up on the intermission. We'll have a recap of this period and some scores from across the country. That's all coming up during our intermission break. Musket and Rusinski at the draw. Rusinski screws up. So Orlovsky will take the draw. Face-off's won by Orlovsky. It gets back to the blue line. Shot got blocked. Tipped around. Picked up there by Max Anderson. He clears it, but then gets cross-checked. That's usually a penalty, but they don't call it. Instead, they call it icing with 25.6 seconds left. Face-off will come to the right of Bronis. Musket will take the draw with Rusinski. Oh, now Musket gets kicked out of the face-off dot in exchange for Max Anderson. Well, now somebody blew their whistle. I guess the zebra with the orange stripe realized the line's been screwed up. And now Musket. Oh, my God. I can't. I literally can't. Boy, Youngstown's... I think Youngstown's getting a penalty. Youngstown's getting a penalty, I think. Or they're discussing something. They're protesting. They're legitimately protesting. The 5 of them just went back to their bench. Now they switched up some of the lines. Well, yeah, because they're getting a penalty. Let's see, the mic hasn't been all that successful. Well, if they got penalized, then more on the power play, and the face-off should go. Oh, my Lord. I don't think anybody really knows what's going on here. Because now Kersner's trying to... He's talking with the Zebras. They're getting a mixed message. They got the T-shirts right next to us. Oh, well, now View's in the box. Just freaking lovely. Time of the penalty is going to be 19:34. I wonder for what. I honestly do. We'll hear it obviously in a second, but gosh. So, face-off will come to the left of Bronis. Rusinski will take the draw with, I think that was Dakota Bailey. Face-off's 1. Cooper Simpson out towards center ice. Of course. It's ridiculous. Face-off violation. Even though I'm just not even going to at this point. Kuharczyk on out Wilson. Shot off the backside of Jardine, and that's the end of the first period. Well, besides some questionable calls, those 3 goals, they've treated Sioux City well. 3-1 at the end of the first. We'll take a look at all the goals from that last period right now, because that's what we do best. Shots that period. Sioux City leads that department 9-8. When we take a look at all the stats and stuff from that period, 5 minutes in, Matty Butkovsky from Jacob Hayes scored first, and then it took just 12 seconds. William Tomko then tied it up from Trey Jeffress and Luke Gary. At the 9:15 mark, Luke Gary went in for 2 minutes for hooking. 11:56, Malachi McKinnon, 2 minutes for tripping. 12:13 mark, Jack Wilson, 2 minutes for slashing. 12:32, William Tomko scored again from Shane Gold and Elias Vatne. 18:52 mark, Dakota Bailey scored from Ryan Poyer. And at the 19:34 mark, Dallas View went in 2 minutes for delay of game. Ridiculous. So 3-1 at the end of the first. We've got 2 other games going on in the USHL. Tri-City is going to be in Sioux Falls today in about 25 minutes. And then in about an hour and 25 minutes, Fargo will be at Omaha. So, yeah, you get a 3:05, a 4:05, and a 5:05. Awesome. NFL scores here on this Week 8 Sunday. We're going to have to update that because I believe those aren't the scores. I want to say. Right now tied up at 0. The Buccaneers are at the Saints. 8:13 left to go in the first half. Denver leads Dallas right now 7-3 with 8:13 left to go in the first quarter. Colts lead the Titans 3-0 with 5:03 left to go in the first. Coming up tonight, Sunday Night Football, the Packers are at the Steelers. Tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, the Commanders are at the Chiefs. Scores from across the NFL from today. The Chargers beat, well, this was Thursday. Chargers beat the Vikings 37-10. Dolphins beat the Falcons 34-10. Ravens beat the Bears 30-16. Bills beat the Panthers 40-9. Jets beat the Bengals 39-38. Surprise, surprise. Texans beat the 49ers 26-15. Patriots beat the Browns 32-13. And then the Eagles beat the Giants 38-20. NHL scores here on this Sunday. 8 games today. Coming up shortly, the Golden Knights will be at the Lightning. Then the Sharks are at the Wild at 6 Eastern time, as well as the Mammoth at the Jets. 7 Eastern, Kings at Blackhawks, as well as Stars at Predators. 8 p.m. Eastern, Rangers are at the Flames. Then at 10, Oilers are at the Canucks. And then a final from earlier today, the Devils beat the Avalanche 4-3 in overtime. NBA scores. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Right now at half, the Spurs lead the Nets 69-48. Coming up, the Celtics are at the Pistons, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Knicks will be at the Heat, as well as Hornets at Wizards. 7 o'clock, Pacers at Timberwolves. 7:30, Raptors at Mavericks. 9 o'clock, Trailblazers at Clippers, as well as Lakers at the Kings. In fact, that's a final now. Spurs beat the Nets 118-107. And the Pistons lead the Celtics 60-58. So just took a while to update, I guess. So yeah, well, that's the end of the first period. Crazy first period, I must say. I mean, Youngstown, they're just so damn bitter about nothing. It's ridiculous. So yeah, we'll take a break. We'll be back for the second period in about 13 minutes. Yeah, kind of right around the end of the hour, so we'll see you for that.